Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. I'm on the road, and here's Life After Lockup. Excuse the noise in the back. Let's get it. So we start with Chance and Taylor. So Taylor is in the hospital. She had, like some concerns. So she had a beautiful baby boy. Now her sister Bobby had come from Arizona to be with her. But once she got in the hospital with Taylor, she got triggered and had to leave. P.S. Chance is not working. He has no job. So Chance doesn't want to tell Taylor that he doesn't have a job, right? So he's going to his friends. He said he's going to drop his pride and go to his friends and take anything that they have. So his friend tells him, of course, but I won't have any work for you for another 4 weeks. Now, he has a new baby at home with other children at home, plus Taylor. So the next thing that he does is go to the bar, which has a slot machine. So he's drinking, and he has lost $70 out of nowhere, and the account says insufficient funds. This is a mess. Let's keep going. Okay, y'all, so a month has passed since Derek and Monique and his sisters and her sisters got into it, right? So Derek is feeling a certain type of way. He had already bought that ring for Monique. So he was like, I'm going to Chicago. I'm about to propose to her. That's what I'm about to do. So he calls his PO. He sends an email, leaves a message. Then he walks in the kitchen to talk to his grandmother. So when he tells his grandmother what he plans on doing, she's like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Like, are you sure that you're ready to commit? You ready to get out of the streets? And like, Monique doesn't deserve to be hurt. Like, the situation with your sisters, they don't know her, they don't like her. Don't put her in that situation. Because they really do like Monique over there. So his boys pick him up, right? Because he said, no, I'm going to make it up to her. I love her. I want to marry her. I need to make this right. So his boys pick him up. They're on the way to the airport. And he realized, I need to call my parole officer. So when he calls her, she was like, I've been waiting to hear from you. Do not play with me. I have other parolees. You did not send me an email. You are denied for travel. Now he's on the way to the airport. So at this point, she hung up, and I guess she went and checked her email or whatever. And eventually she called him back, and she said he was good to go. But he has to answer the phone each time she calls, check in, and all that good stuff. So we'll see next week, I'm sure, when he gets to Monique. Because, baby, when he called Monique, she was like, what you want, Derek? Don't come here, baby, and me. Until he said he was on his way to Chicago. Once he said that, her whole voice changed. So I hope this is going to be good. Let's keep going. I don't really have that much to say about Brittany and Marcelino, but I really like them because they're like an OG couple, and I've always liked them. But Marcelino is having a really hard time being in Florida, being away from Vegas, because he's a professional gambler. And Brittany is having a hard time because she's trying to forgive him for cheating with her friend who she brought into the relationship. And he kind of messaged her without Brittany knowing. But she really is trying to build it back up because she really does love Marcelino. So I hope this works out for them. Next. So Michael has permission to travel. And they decided that they wanted to move to Las Vegas. So Michael and Justine are going out to Las Vegas to see Mocha, who is the producer, and to look for places to live. Before they get to do that, though, Justine is going through the bank account. There's $12,000 missing. Michael knew it, but he thought that he could put the money back before she could see it. Like, how often do you check your checking account? Because I check mine at least every other day, just to make sure it ain't nothing going on. Was you gonna be able to put that money back in there tomorrow? Child, so he made up an excuse, a lie, and he said that he had got a Bitcoin investment. Now, regardless if he was lying or not, she was right. Like, you need to discuss this with me. It's not like you just went and bought some coffee. You took out $12,000. So he feels like, and I'm sure Michael doesn't feel like this now because time has passed. But in this particular episode, he feels like she shouldn't question him, and it feels like she's not trusting him. So I'm going to talk to you like in this episode. Sir, you can't take $12,000 from nobody's bank account that you got a bank account with. You just cannot do that without letting them know something. That was selfish and crazy all at the same time. So she started talking about, how she put money on the books and how she put money on his phone and how she saved money, how she worked 16 hours. You're going to have to talk to me. And she was right. But one thing about it, I do not like when Justine and Michael fight. They got it together at the end. But then, child, they got ready to go on their trip to Las Vegas. Now, who I cannot with is Mocha. Mocha is the producer. Mocha really don't like Justine around, right? Because he feels like Michael is trying to be a rapper, trying to reinvent himself. He doesn't need a ring or a woman, and definitely not a baby right now. Because he's trying to get Michael to have a certain image. Michael loves Justine and knows Justine will have a fit if he does not follow protocol. So he's going through a lot right now. Mocha was so rude to Justine. He didn't even acknowledge her when they first walked up, and eventually he spoke, right? Michael should have checked him on that. But then, she was sitting down and Michael was explaining, I got a new baby on the way. Mocha was devastated. He took him outside to talk to him. Then he was like, you can move to Vegas. You can get a job anywhere out here. You just won't get this job. So he talked him down, and Michael was like, okay, I won't wear the ring. I won't post the pictures with my family. But we all know now that is not going, because we see Justine and Michael every day, live photos, dressed alike, all of that, and his music is doing just fine. So I just didn't like the way Mocha treated Justine. That was horrible. But I cannot wait to see what Michael actually does. Let's keep going. Lindsay and Blaine. Now Lindsay is low-key one of my favorite people on this show, because she is like a powder keg and she is ready to blow at any moment. So she's still mad at Blaine for this ankle monitor he has on, and I understand why he didn't tell her. Because the thing was, he didn't want to have to go to jail, to actual prison for 3 years. So he'd rather be at home, and I don't blame him. If I had a choice, if I had done something and my choices were to stay at home for 3 years or go to prison, I'm gonna stay at home in the house. Last but not least, Aries and Cameron. So y'all know last week Aries was mad at Cameron because he had been gone all day. She thought that he should have been looking for a job. He wasn't. He said he was in the lab. So she put him out the bedroom, and he had to sleep outside on the couch or wherever. What I don't like that she does to him, she keeps telling him that, now he is a husband, but he's a new father, a stepfather to Lena, who is 8 or 9. You can't put this kind of responsibility on this man right now. That's a lot. But he be trying. So he got on the phone and talked to his sister. He was like, me and Aries had a problem, blah, blah, blah. I was in the lab all day. She wanted to find out where I am. Am I wrong? Should I apologize? And his sister told him, right, yeah, you should apologize. You are a husband. You cannot just think about yourself now. It's about you and her. And due to the fact she has a daughter, it's about all 3 of y'all. So you need to go apologize because you were wrong. And that girl needs help. So I feel like because Stephanie told him that, he got up, he went in there, he told her he apologized, although he feels he did not do anything wrong. But he said as a husband, he realizes there's different things that he needs to do. So I feel like only because his sister said that was the only reason that he came to Aries the way he did. But the way he came to her was right, because it's different now, sir. You're a husband. Y'all, that's all I got. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.